Hello everybody, welcome to a special episode of Equals and Alternatives, episode 32. I'm your host Mike Vacanti. We are reviewing Ben & Jerry's brand new core flavors. They're actually about a month old, they're not brand new, but this is the first time I've gotten my hands on them. The first time I'm going to try them. We'll be live on camera today and I'll let you know where they fit in like the top 20 to 40 Ben & Jerry's flavors. First, I want to talk about something before I start eating ice cream and reviewing them, something that hopefully helps some of you out. So if you stumble across my website, you will see me in a white shirt, lifting a weight and eating ice cream, which implies, yes, you can do this, and you can do this, and you can be in shape, which is absolutely true. However, there are periods of time for certain people when you can't fit a whole pint of this into your macros for the day and still accomplish the goal you are trying to accomplish. Generally during a period of fat loss for many people, that isn't going to work. Now, frozen yogurt might work, that's kind of a different story, but I want to tell a story about a specific client named Heather who, when we first started working together probably 9 months ago, she freaked out on me 5 days in after trying to hit her macros. She was on I had her on, she had had a baby and she hadn't lost the weight that she expected to post baby and she wanted to lean out. And so after reading her assessment, I remember knowing that there would be some positive, a positive feedback loop established by seeing progress on the scale initially. So I had her carbs lower than I would normally have someone's carbs. Now I didn't tell her exactly why I had her carbs there because I wanted that positive feedback to be reinforced. We could move carbs up in phase 2 and glide along nicely, and then I would explain it in hindsight. But I had her on 90 grams of carbs on training days and 35 grams of carbs on her rest days for her first 4 weeks on the program. And the scale did drop and she bought into it. And it's all we still work together. She's killing it. She's now on her macros are going up again this week. I want to say 230-ish plus grams of carbohydrates on training days. So she can fit, if she wanted a whole pint of Ben & Jerry's, and she's not, she weighs 125 pounds, she's pretty lean, but the goal right now is increased strength without adding any body fat, so she's still leaning out somewhat and increasing strength in somewhat of a recomposition, but she can fit crazy stuff like that into her macros for the day if she wants to. Could she during phase 1 of the program? No, absolutely not at all. So there are going to be specific periods in time where you can't make crazy stuff happen with your macros, but once you make the initial transformation, and whether that's 3 months or 4 months, or for some people a year, if you have 50 or 80 or 100 pounds to lose, it can take a while. But in the grand scheme of life, that isn't a lot of time, honestly. Okay. Let's get in here. I think my main point there was these are all ice creams. These are all pretty high fat. Frozen yogurt, Cherry Garcia, half-baked, even some of these new Ben & Jerry Greek yogurt flavors, which are less sweet, a little bit more tart, but still pretty good. I really like the blueberry graham cheesecake one. Those are going to fit into your training day macros much better than something that is high carb, high fat. Okay? 18 grams of fat, 27 carb, 4 protein, times 4 servings in one of these. We're starting out with Boom Chocolata Core Cookie. It has mocha and caramel ice cream with chocolate cookies, fudge flakes, chocolate chip cookie core. Ooh, so chocolate chip cookie is the core. I don't love coffee flavored dessert, so it looks like we got mocha and caramel ice cream, which is going to be really good. Fun fact, there's caramel ice cream in the cinnamon buns flavor. That might be wrong. That might actually be cinnamon ice cream. It's a one-take show. All right, so this is like a cookie. This middle thing is a cookie. Oh my gosh. It makes sense that these are higher in fat than the average ice cream, which is probably 16, and these are between 18 and 20. Something like a red velvet cake is 15 grams of fat, maybe even 13, but the ice creams float in the 13 to 17 range. These are higher because this cookie's super dense. That's my guess, at least. The chocolate chip flakes are interesting. The coffee's not overwhelming, but it's enough for me to not love. Like a coffee Heath Bar Crunch isn't in my top 10 just because my palate doesn't like ice cream, coffee flavored dessert type stuff. It associates caffeine with like conquer the world productivity and not chill out and eat ice cream. Overall, not bad though. Peanut butter cookie core peanut butter ice cream with crunchy peanut butter sugar bites, peanut butter cookies, and peanut butter cookie core. I like peanut butter a lot. I think this is going to be fantastic. We're working with 21 grams of fat, which I think is the second highest I've seen. The peanut butter cup ice cream has 25 grams of fat, so 100 in a pint, which is just kind of silly. Because you would probably have to eat just a quarter or a half of one of these to fit it in your macros for the day, versus a frozen yogurt where you might be able to eat the whole thing on a training day. I think it makes more sense to eat Ben & Jerry's ice cream on a cheat day rather than limit yourself by like, I don't know, maybe you have self-control. In a previous episode, we put some of it in a bowl, put the rest away, ate the bowl. It's like a little mini common sense life hack to not eat the entire pint. Or maybe you just have more self-control than I do. But once I open this, I want to eat the entire thing. Okay, here's what we're working with here. That peanut butter cookie core I think is going to be fantastic. I'm just going straight for it. Yep. Combined with the peanut butter ice cream. It's a lot of peanut butter. Probably like 12th overall. It's not as good as the salted caramel core. I'm also partial to the jam core flavored, but I'm kind of weird. Most people don't like that one. This is like in the 12 to 14 range overall for all Ben & Jerry's flavors. Peanut butter sugar bites. It's a lot of peanut butter is what it is. Peanut butter ice cream, peanut butter sugar bites, peanut butter cookies, peanut butter cookie core, which is good. It's very rich. I think I would have I could honestly eat 3 red velvet cake pints. I could eat 3 pints and I could feel fine after it, and I could go PR on a deadlift. I don't think I could eat one of these and feel like not feel sick, not have a stomach ache from it being super rich. Spectacular Speculoos. Dark caramel and vanilla ice creams with speculoos cookie and a speculoos cookie butter core. If you've had speculoos cookie butter, it's really good. It's like in the Nutella family where you can buy a jar, I think from Trader Joe's or somewhere like that, and if you bring the jar home, you're gonna eat the whole thing, so plan on that. Alright. So what we got going on the top. What are the ice creams again? Vanilla and dark caramel. That dark caramel is interesting. I'm going straight for that first. It's really good. I don't know what, it tastes like something, but I don't know what. I think it tastes like the cinnamon bun ice cream. I think it is caramel ice cream. I keep talking about cinnamon bun ice cream. That's a top 3 flavor of all time. Let me dig into the speculoos. These cookie cores, they're all across the board very rich. Yeah. It's like ginger, kind of like a ginger snap cookie. Today's a rest day, by the way. I'm not going to eat any of these after the show. Like, lids are going on, going back in the freezer, scribbling down my macros on a piece of paper like I do. I think vanilla ice cream from Ben & Jerry's is kind of lame. Like, they have so many good ice cream flavors. It's not just the chunks and the cool stuff that go in. It's like Cherry Garcia is cherry flavored ice cream. It's not vanilla ice cream with cherry chunks. That's why I think that people who like Ben & Jerry's flavors with vanilla, like Americone Dream, which is a bottom 5 flavor, it's like Like you could get that from Cub Foods, Kemp brand for $1.99, and it's like vanilla ice cream with a little chunks of something in there. It's just, I don't know. I don't get it. I'm gonna have another bite of this. The speculoos with the caramel ice cream. It's really good. Question of the day. What is your all-time favorite Ben & Jerry's flavor? I don't want you to be like, I eat Talenti, Mike. I don't eat Ben & Jerry's. Or I eat Haagen-Dazs, because you shouldn't be doing that. You should be eating Ben & Jerry's. It's by far the best ice cream. That's an objective statement of fact. It is not my opinion. Remember, your body is still counting macros unless it's a cheat day and you're just going to eat one of these whole pints. Bye, guys.